Hey everyone, this is Disc Junkie, and today I thought we would check out the Texas Chain Saw Massacre. And this is an Austrian limited edition, also known as the Chainsaw Edition, or Saw Edition, or yeah. We basically have a packaging design in the shape of a chainsaw, so you know, that is pretty clever. Worth to mention about this particular release is that it's available in both Germany and Austria. And this is quite confusing because in Germany this release is put out by a company called Laser Paradise, and from what I've been able to gather, there are two versions of the Chainsaw Edition in Germany, one which is cut and one which is uncut. You know, if you have any way to confirm the Austrian barcode or the German barcode, feel free to comment below so we can make sure exactly which one this is. But you know, if you look at the little inscription here, it actually says Das Original, which is the original in the German, and then it also says Ungeschnitten, which is German for uncut. So I believe this actually is the uncut version of the Chainsaw Edition, but like I said, it's very hard to tell, so yeah. I'm just going to move on. We have, apart from the accompanying highly durable actually plastic sleeve, this is actually part of the edition. It comes with it when you buy it new. Apart from that, we do have this sort of cardboard chainsaw, which is, it's quite thick cardboard, and it's sort of divided into three parts, just like so. Overall, I'd say, you know, it's a bit of a cartoonish looking chainsaw. It doesn't really look like an actual chainsaw. It looks, you know, like the bolts look very sort of, you know, it's like clip art graphics, if you understand what I mean. Not really real photorealism, which is also one of the few things that puts me off about this edition, because I think it's an extremely clever and funny idea, but you know, without photorealism, trying to get some kind of 3D effect, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't really work for me. It just feels like, you know, a cheap fun gimmick, but graphics are just not good enough to make it feel especially cool to me. But anyway, if we check the back cover here is just some info about the film, sort of like the whole Vortex Henkel Hooper production. And then here we have some specs listings. If you look closely, you actually have the Laser Paradise logo here, which is a bit odd because when I check online and check this barcode, it comes up as the Austrian version. So, not entirely sure what's going on there, but from what I can tell, you know, both editions, the German and the Austrian one, have just the same specs, apart from the cut status. I don't know, I'm just going to leave it at that, and if anybody knows more, feel free to comment or send me a message. But anyway, opening this up, the first sort of page or chainsaw layer here, just take a look at some of the interior artwork. And as you can tell, you know, I think it's got some interesting pics, and the layout overall is just so weird. Here you've got some chapter listings, and then we get to disc number 1, which is sitting right here in sort of like a small cardboard cutout slit or something, sort of hard to tell. It was a bit hard to get out actually, or at least in this angle. Maybe I can just... Doesn't feel like it's supposed to be this hard, but you don't really get a grip of it. Ah, there you go. I guess it's a matter of technique, and maybe you just have to get used to it. And I'm pretty sure this is a reissued disc. I think this has been presented in other cases as well, because Germany has like, I don't know, 50 million versions of this movie, as do Austria, so I'm pretty sure this has been presented somewhere else. If not with this disc art, then at least with, you know, other disc art and just with the identical specs. And as you can tell, we also got the same sort of background image for that disc, so even if you take it out, it still looks pretty cool. And then we just check this side, and it's basically all black, but we do have the screaming girl at the end there. So, moving right along, we fold out the next part, and basically here it's just blank. Got a slight sort of light grayish tone, but then it just fades to black. And there we got a shot of Leatherface, and a bit of a listing of the bonus features. And moving right along, we get to disc 2, which is even prettier than the first one. Gotta say that the disc art on this is pretty sick. Having some trouble getting this disc out as well. But there we go. There we got a close-up of the disc 2, and as you might have expected, we got the same picture for the background. And moving along, we get to the end where we got a shot of the two other guys there in the family. But that is basically it. And from what I know, this is limited edition, but I don't know how limited it is. And especially seeing as I don't really know if this is the Austrian or the German version. I'm thinking it's the Austrian one, but you know, not 100% because the info I got from online stores and whatnot could be faulty, so yeah. But anyway, that's it from me today. Really hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you all next time.